Hello, it's Marcia again with Then and There, and I have some more journals I wanted to share with you. These I have gone in a very more elegant direction than I have been lately. These were inspired by these beautiful postcards that I picked up at a thrift store. These are postcards of, let me find it, Palace de SAS Le Prince de Monaco. So, yes, Palace in Monaco. That's all I really know about them. And there are other postcards as well throughout the journals of different rooms and such in the palace. These I chose because they are the most elegant, beautiful pictures of the bunch. We have, and they're similar in style and whatnot. Anyways, we have Salon Rouge and Salon Bleu. And so I chose these, and I took those colors and the elegance and the gold and everything and just ran with it and filled these journals. They are traveler's notebook size. They are quite stuffed, so yes, keep that in mind if you plan on putting them in a cover of any sort. Something else I was going to say, oh yes, as well as other postcards from Monaco, there are postcards from Monte Carlo as well. Many of them are older. These are more modern and in color. I am guessing 70s or 80s. I'm not really sure. Yeah. Some of the others are black and white and older, from early 1900s, I would imagine. There are not dates on them. There's no writing on the back. It's just something someone picked up, I believe, as souvenirs. Okay, now let's dive into one of them. We'll start with this one. Each one, as you could see, has one of these charms, which is just clipped onto a garment pin, which can be removed if you choose to. And there are beads and crystals and a little key charm on a gold chain. They are tied closed with some sari silk, which is sort of this off-white, I think it's called champagne color. Set that aside. I've clipped onto the front just because I wanted the tassel on the cover, but I want whatever on the cover that's bulky and that could be in the way for some people to be removable. That way people can, if they want to put it in a cover or what have you, this stuff is not in the way, but can be kept on there if they choose to. So I made journaling cards to go on the front. They're blank on the back, and they are inked. They are collaged. This has this blue tassel, and it's stitched on, so it shouldn't come unfrayed. Some gold ribbon there, and lots of pattern papers. Well, not lots, but some. And on this one, I chose to do this little sheet music here. It says "On the Water." This, very lightly in pencil, is some vintage handwriting, which was from a paper that I just tore out. It says the sounds on the water, since Monaco is a coastal country on the Mediterranean. I thought that would be fitting, and it also goes with the blue. So the cover is collaged with fabrics and papers, a little bit of French book text there, some lace. This is some like velvet type material, some lace. Now before I really dig into this, I do want to say, I know before anybody like yells at me, it's like, Monaco is not in France. Yes, I know that. It is its own country. But the books have a lot of French text, book pages, and there are some other references. There's like an Eiffel Tower, I think, image. I know there's an Eiffel Tower postcard. I know they're not in the same place. I'm aware of that. But I felt that it matched. It's just something that I went with. I know that the French Riviera, Monaco is on the French Riviera, so I figured, you know what, I just wanted to put them in there. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Just go with me on that. Also collaged on the back, more fabrics and a bit of rose there. stitched around. All of the fabric has been stitched around. The papers are securely glued on. It is cardstock. It's like a heavy-duty cardstock, plus the collage on it makes it quite sturdy. And the inside is lined with this shiny blue fabric. And there's, it's frayed along the edge, and I left it hanging over. This is one of the other older postcards that I was talking about. It's more of that velvet, some trim. This is a stamped bit of tea bag and some paper, pocket, journaling card. Some lace here with some more French book text. I used all shades of blue. I just kind of went crazy with blue on this one. This is a book page of, it's like vocabulary words, or French words. There's lots of stamping throughout the books, as well as plenty of space to write still if you wanted to. French book page. Some very old ledger paper and wallpaper. I did some wax seal and just made some paper here to journal on, and did some stamping and inked it up, make it look really old. Some lace. So washi sticker and some more lace. I left the strings a little bit longer than I normally do on these, just because I liked the look. Another little journaling card there with some collage. It's a sheer fabric. Makes a little tuck spot there. Another card to journal on. And some old wallpaper, plus some Tim Holtz wallpaper. Like worn wallpaper, I think it's called. Paper pack. Some more fabric. Stamping. Here is a card with a little key stamped on there for journaling, and another one of those postcards. This is Monte Carlo. I think it's really neat. There is another one of the more modern postcards like this in the other journal of this almost exact same view, and it's just really, it really impressed me how much of this same it is after however many years it's been. And I will show you that when we get to it. I just thought it was really neat. Some stenciling here with some ink. This folds, some collage here and some fabric. This folds out, and there's a vintage picture of this young man here. Some collage with a sticker of some blue flowers. This is the postcard I was talking about of the Eiffel Tower. I know is not in Monaco. It's not even in the same country, but the blue of it is just, it's stunning. And I figured, why not? Got a little collage here with some stamping, little journaling spot there. And behind there is another one of those rooms from the palace. Little tag tucked in his pocket. Here's more of that handwriting from a very old, I believe it was like a school textbook. It was in the very back. Just a page of handwriting, which was pretty cool. So it's got that pretty cursive writing you don't see much these days. A little tag there. Another envelope with a wax seal. Inside is a little coffee dyed paper that I did some stamping on to look like an invitation. And I did some decorating on the back, left some space there to do some writing if you chose to. A little collage here with some lace, old wallpaper and sheet music. Some more lace, stamping, some seam binding, bit of fabric. It's another one of those pictures, postcards of Monte Carlo. You can see they're old postcards. A bit of wallpaper cut out here and collaged on with some lace. A little journaling spot there. Some more fabric. A key and lock charm. A journaling card with some stamping on it. Book page. A little tuck spot here. Some more collage. A tag to journal on with a washi sticker of a butterfly. Am I still in frame? Just barely. Bit of collage down here, some more stenciling. This is some old wallpaper I did some stamping on and collaged it on with some papers. A brown paper bag I did some collage and stamping on, and then this is a book page from an old, I want to say late 1800s, I mean. I know it says somewhere in France, and again, I just wanted to put it there. I just wanted to include it. In my imagination, I imagined that these journals could be, or could have been, if we want to go that route, someone's that was from France who was on holiday in Monaco and visited Monte Carlo. It's a little double tuck spot right here. I put in some coffee dyed journal spot there, stamped. So that is where my imagination went. And also I wanted to mention, I talked to someone, a friend of mine who lives in France, because I kind of wanted to get someone else's opinion about including like French text and things in a book about Monte Carlo, which it isn't necessarily about Monte Carlo or France. It's just a very elegant, decorated book. And she told me in our correspondence that she used to live on the French Riviera, and she could just go to Monaco like it was just going to visit another city. So I thought, you know, that works out with my line of thought. But anyways, I'll tie that up later. That was the blue one. Here's the red one. They're very similar. Another lovely charm here, which is just clasped on. Sorry, silk, tying it closed. I don't know, I don't need to speed this up. I just feel like I don't want to bore you to death. Here is the journaling card with the tassels on it. This little rose down here makes a tiny pocket, and this one says, well, I'm not going to try to say it in French because my accent is horrible, but it says the garden of the hotel. So you have the water, and then we have the garden. This journal is the garden. The other one is the water. Again with the collage and the book page and fabric, lace, more fabrics. And one of those old postcards. Some trim. And this is a fabric pocket, just fabrics that are just kind of put together, collaged together. A bit of collage. Another one of those, what did I say they were? I can't even remember. It's a book page of words. Bit of stamping there, some seam binding, a fabric rose, little tuck spot here with the journaling card. And the journal spot there. Some of that old handwriting and some pattern paper. And this is, what's it called? Like raffia, I think it's called. It comes in like a roll and you roll it out, and it's like this really textured paper. It was a lot of fun to play with. Some stamping, bit of collage, some more collage, and a place to journal. Bit of lace there. Another old, or coffee dyed paper made to look old that I inked up, and you can do some journaling on. And I did a wax seal. Some little fabric collage there. Another tuck spot, a bit of collage and some stamping. This folds out. This is another one of those tabs or fabric collages. Some of that old handwriting. This picture of this young lady here. This was in like a photo album, so it's got a bit of that black paper stuck to the back of it, but I thought that was really pretty. Some stamping, some lace along the edge, a little label. The envelope with it has like the same kind of like faux invitation thing on it, and a little wax seal. This one has a coat of arms on it, and I decorated the back. Some sheet music. A little lock and key charm. A stamp here. This is a pocket. This is a journaling card with some collage. It's a coffee dyed index card. Did some sari silk and some stamping on there. Can't get it back in there. There we go. A pocket here with just some sari silk and wallpaper. Stapled to the top. Some more of that book page. This is some dyed transparency or tracing paper. I did some stamping on that. A little bit of collage there. And a writing space here. A large envelope, which I tore the edges and made it open for like a pocket. And this is the other more modern image of the Monte Carlo casino. And you can see, if you were to compare the two side by side, you could see that not a whole lot has changed. I think there's more tables. That's really literally the only thing that's changed in the pictures of the two postcards. A glassine bag here, which makes another little tuck spot. The tag and a old postcard. A little place to journal. Some more stamping. A little bit of fabric and paper. Another little journaling card. On this side as well. Another one of the rims from the palace. This one's very elegant as well. Some old wallpaper. Folds out. Some lace here, the little pocket. And some more of that raffia paper, which I used some gilding wax on to make it shiny. And just tucked into the two corners here is just a little journaling card with a little collage on the front. And it just tucks right back in there, like so. And the last has another, it's more of that fabric pocket, and another room from the palace. Another postcard. And this one I forgot to mention has this fabric, this toile pattern fabric on the inside. So, there they are. We have red and blue Monaco. I'll probably actually name them Salon Rouge and Salon Bleu. In my Etsy shop, they will be listed down below. The link will be down below, and they'll be listed there if you are interested. And thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate everything. I appreciate everyone that watches my videos. Bye.